Now, it was revealed this week that more than £115 million has so far been spent on Crossrail 2, the proposed tube line running from the southwest to the northeast of the capital. The project was suspended last November as part of the government's bailout deal with Transport for London. Richard Tudor caught up with the boss of TfL, Andy Byford, and began by asking whether he supported the suspension of Crossrail 2.
Well, I think we've got to be pragmatic. At the end of the day, we're not deaf to the fact that the UK does face a big financial and economic challenge at the moment, £2 trillion debt. So in our submission to government, we have prioritised more immediately important schemes. But it's certainly a scheme that we still want to do. My view would be that the case still remains. Obviously, there's some uncertainty now with COVID. But at the end of the day, I think the original business case will stack up, and it certainly meets government objectives in terms of being a big infrastructure project that will create wealth, but that also will help us in the decarbonisation of the UK going forward, getting people out of cars.
Yeah, we can't talk about Crossrail 2 without mentioning Crossrail 1. It was initially slated to open in 2018. When will Crossrail be open to passengers?
We've adopted the outgoing Crossrail board. TfL's now taken charge. Outgoing Crossrail board's assumption that it will open in the first half of 2022. But I don't mind saying that I've challenged my team to see if we can safely improve upon that first half of 2022 date. It has my personal attention.
So is it your personal intention that it will open before the end of this year?
Well, at the moment, the public position remains the first half of 2022. I'm not going to nail my colours to an earlier date until I'm certain that that can be achieved. We've had too many deadlines that have come and gone in the past, but I am driving the team to achieve the earliest, cheapest, safe possible opening date. So watch this space.
TfL is almost uniquely reliant on fare revenue and on passengers being on the trains. How are you going to address that problem with falling numbers of passengers post-COVID?
We must diversify our revenue streams. The pandemic has viciously exposed the dangers of over-relying on revenues through the fare box. 72% fare box recovery is almost unheard of in world transport. The norm is around 40%, and we need to move away from that fragile model.
Can TfL remain financially stable without that money from government?
No, not in the short term. TfL absolutely will require additional subsidy for the next year and the year beyond that. Obviously, we will do our bit to cut our costs. We have in the past taken £1 billion off the cost base. There are further savings baked into this financial sustainability plan. So we are saying that we will ourselves make changes, but the frank or stark reality is that without government support and with the chaos that COVID and the decimation on our finances that COVID has wrought, we absolutely will be needing financial support in the short term, and we're making a very strong case to government to achieve just that.